Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to Ricky's Garage. Here we got new little project truck for the channel, which is this nice golden, I call it, goldenish Chevy. It's a 95, so I still have the TVI, just with the ABS module right here. Automatic. Damn chicken over there, but it's automatic. I got this over here already. The interior, all the interior parts are right there for that door. It just needs a new door handle, just like this one. Now I can pick one up at O'Reilly's for almost 16 bucks, so I'm gonna do that later. It runs and drives, and she has 231,000. Everything's working right. Dash ain't cracked, except for like right there and there. Not worse that I seen. God damn it, Arthur. Anyways, real clean seats. Just this little nip here and there, but I mean, not bad. Damn cat. So it's a Silverado package, ZZMD1, with the, the trailer tow package, all that. This was a one owner truck, and now we, which is me and my father, because we picked it up, and the damn cat, we're now technically the second owners. And all we did was change the fluids, checked everything. It needed some transmission fluid. The transfer case, when I went to check it, I guess somebody overfilled it. I don't know how. On these General Motors transfer cases, the 24-1C transfer case, because when I took the fill plug, check how much fluid I had, that thing just gushed out, and I was like surprised. I was like, okay, because what I remember from my knowledge, I might be wrong, but when you take the fill plug out, you stick your finger, straight across the hole, and you're supposed to like feel it at the very tip, and that's when it's full. But this, it just came out, gushing out. Like I said, everything works. The only problem the guy said was just the interior and the headliner and the windshield. I mean, the headliners. Well, let me just get in here. The headliners, MIA a little bit, but I think I got some extras from the other trucks. Anyways, so is the cat still in there? No, I think he left already. And some speakers, because since I'm gonna be taking all this off, I might as well just get 2 new speakers in front. And the four-wheel drive may or may not work. I don't know. I haven't tested it out, but the guy that we bought it from, he was like, well, it has a radiator leak. So that's the only thing I know, but it is not overheating. It's not, because when I drove it back home, it was perfectly running good. It was no overheating. Temperature was all good. I mean, it was just perfect. And then 2 days passed, expecting, like a sign, and that's how it looks like. Yeah. I couldn't find any leaks at all. The only leak I would find would be like that cooler line down there, which is just dirty. The AC does not work, of course, because the pancake junky ass General Motors technology here doesn't work right, like always. So when I did the oil change yesterday, I was underneath, and so my own business, not really paying attention, and then I noticed, looked up what the light was at. You see all that rustiness? You see the starter? Above it, the freeze plug is leaking now. So that's where the coolant leak is coming from. Not from the radiator, but the core plug. And luckily, it's easy to get. Just take the starter out, and I say that now, but it's probably going to be a pain in the ass. So I got my tools. Mixture of cheap and expensive tools. These are for the interior stuff, just in case one doesn't want to do the other. Screwdriver. It's always to have a flat base screwdriver. I prefer you as a person just buy one of these. They're not that expensive, especially when you trim. I just using a screwdriver isn't really effective than what the tool for the job is meant to be. Use these. Go buy them. They're not expensive. Hell, this is Harbor Freight. Hell, you know. I got some silicone. I don't know. You might kill me for this, but I don't know about people. People say don't use, and these are the freeze plugs. I got the bronze. Dorman. I got them from O'Reilly's. That's the part number right there. You know, it's all those engine models. I got bronze. And people say don't use silicone or and so forth. And I got this here, you know, from work. My toolbox, I had this. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just use this. I seen people use red. I seen people use this one and the black. And so I'm like, I don't know. Some people just say don't use it, but for this, I'll show you why I'm gonna use that a little bit. Because where it's been leaking out, it's been all rusty, and I'm gonna try to get that cleaned up. Which brings to I have the drill and these two. This is the torque set I have. In case the interior parts, I can't remember if any interior parts are torques. I got the set right here, and I got the regular standard and metric. You know, I think you already seen this set. My half-inch impact, because I gotta take the tires off my brown truck or maroon, whatever you want to call it. The story with that truck is it needs another head after rebuilding it. Top end wise, the rocker studs pulled out. I should have known, but I couldn't remember at the time, because I know because other people told me when you do that, just change the studs out because they're prone to pull out, and I forgot, and it happened to me, and I bought new studs for it, and when I put them on and everything that same day, I was all excited, and I pushed the push rod and the rocker itself, and I start tightening it, and it finally runs out of thread, but I have like this much of, you know, this much of play from rocker and push rod. So I mean, the rocker doesn't even touch the push rod. It's just I got the wrong rocker studs, and these rocker studs I bought them from Summit, and they said that they fit on the stock heads. I mean, they're meant to be like replacements, but look where I'm at. So I just might as well get another head, and if it's better, just get another engine. But the thing is, that engine has new head gaskets, new, I mean, everything. It's just the head went on me. So it has currently it's not running, and I don't really plan to have it running anytime soon, because every time I work on it, it's just a pain in the butt. So we got this truck, and this TBI, I'd rather have a TBI than Vortec, the spider injection wise. And since you saw how dirty that coolant is, I'm gonna use some flush. I have a gallon of antifreeze and water from the Blazer. And speaking about the Blazer, I sold it. So that is no longer going to be on the channel, sadly. But the guy, that's the guy I sold it to, is my coworker. So he needed a ride from work, and well, I just sold it to him. And he's a mechanic, like he told me, so he can fix it too. He ain't worried about it. But I got a little profit out of it. Anyways, back to this whole video. I'm gonna change the freeze plugs. Since this is on where the starter's at, I disconnected the negative here, and I used the 8mm. But there's a tool, which is a General Motors battery terminal tool, which I forgot to bring it, but used those. But since this one's short enough, and it's, yeah, it doesn't match up, so you'll be safe as long as you don't hit this over here. But common sense on that. So take the negative off, disconnect any wires down there where the starter's at. That's the exhaust manifold. But yeah, the header's down there. This damn cat. I thought this dude left. Hey man. Man, I swear. I ain't tripping about him. Hey man, you better not scratch up that carpet, man. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's get off. This damn cat. Come on, fatty. Now I know you like the truck too. It's like your color. Speaking of color and all that, the name for this truck is Sandy, because it has that sand golden look. And I name all my trucks after females names ish, except for one of my trucks. But yeah, back to the whole video. Anyways, so disconnect the negative so you can take off the 2 bolts under the starter and a couple of the wires that go from battery to starter, and then from there somewhere else to computer and all that. Well, actually, technically, it only has the chip under the dash. In the dash, I mean. The Vortex 96 to 98, and if you count the 99 Classics, they're over there. The windshield wiper would be down there, and the computer right be next to the ABS. So, disconnect that, and then to take freeze plugs out, there's a bunch of videos how to do it. All you gotta do is, I got my trusty bronze hammer here. Take a chisel or a screwdriver, you hit it underneath one of the freeze plugs you're gonna take off, or expansion plugs. You're gonna hit it either the bottom or top, wherever you want to take it easier off. I'm gonna hit mine underneath so it pops out like that. Grab some pliers, which I need to grab, and then once I get that, clean it up with one of those 2 with this drill. Put some little silicone around it, and then hit it with a socket. But once I get to that stage, I'll record and show which socket for this particular one I'm gonna need anyway. So let me get down to it and start working on it. Okay, so I took the starter off, and that was a little pain in the butt for now, but yeah, that's wish me luck on that there. But I mean, hopefully I can get that all cleaned, and since it might be all rusted, I'll just be lucky and just take it piece by piece and then grind it down. I mean, with the wheel deal, and put the new plug in. Hopefully that fixes all the issues for now, motor wise. Let's just see how this rolls. Anyways, that's the starter there, and you can see how cruddy that is. And one, I might have to take, I don't know, I might have to take where that wire is and get it all out so I can clean it up. And then the bolt is kind of stuck because it's all oxidized. So that, or just spray it down with damn penetrating fluid and let it soak there for a while. But this, I'm gonna take care of this. This don't look too good. I'll be right back. Okie dokies. I had hell, and I made a big freaking mess because I made a little hole, and all of a sudden, gush, just a bunch of water. Smells like coolant, but it's nothing but water, muddy water. I mean, that's the beginning. And then the second part, which is down there, and then I switched out the creeper for the Mexican creeper, because I had no space to actually get it out, which is this. That's what's left of it. And all y'all people who are gonna comment, oh my god, the other pieces, that's why I have a magnet right there. And most of the big chunks. And matter of fact, I'm gonna just say this, but do not ever use tap or well water at all in your motors. This is why. Okay, this is why you have problems with your engines. It rusts out your interior the interior of the engine, like the cylinder walls and everything, is just gonna rust out. And then you're gonna be like, well, I got water in my oil. Well, that's your reason. And in that bucket, you can see looks like shit, literally. I'm just in the hole where the core plug, I'm just digging it out with my finger. That's why my whole hand is like that. I'm just digging it out, and it's just chunks of, and I even get the magnet and stick it in there a little bit, and it brings out like big mud of nothing but rust, you know. I just clean it off in there, and you can hear all the dirt and shit. But I'm gonna clean it up real good and send it around where the thing will go. And I gotta open the little pack over there. You can see them, see which what kind of socket I'm gonna need. I mean, there's tools you can use, but I'm gonna use the classic socket, an impact. Oh yeah, impact socket and impact extension, so I can hammer it in with a little bit of silicone. Yeah, so no metal parts went in because they all came out. Or I mean, when like the water was coming, it was all pushing all the rust off, and there's nothing left of it. And like I said, I'm gonna just dig a little bit inside. Man, I want to use the blow gun, but I don't have the little nozzle one like this, where I can just put it in the hole. But it's gonna be fun getting water and stuff. So I don't know. I'm gonna clean it as best as I can. Sand the inside part down, clean it up, and then put the new one in and paint all that shit. You know, I got the wheel brush and I cleaned up a little bit, so it's not a big old flaky of rust, you know. And then paint it black for now. High heat, high temp paint. But you can see on that light, that black brown spot right there, that, or even in the bucket, that's all the shit. Really, it's like shit, engine shit is coming out. So I'm gonna go find the socket for these and clean that up, and then after I get all that done, coolant, flush with the coolant and water, the distilled water, okay, not well water, not tap water or purified, because that's what happens. Don't do it. Just don't do it. And I didn't struggle this much, and I'm by myself, and I have experience with cars and as a mechanic, but for the person who doesn't know jack, man, you're gonna look at a big bill, from the mechanic shop. So I'm gonna find over here my dad's well organized tool table, not even a toolbox, but see what kind of socket I'm gonna need and get her done like that. So I'll be right back with that. Some more news, I guess. Okay, I'm back after maybe 15 minutes later of me installing and everything and painting it. Let it dry for a bit. The sockets, I use 2. Depends on what you want to use. My impact. First one I used is 1.25 inches. Second one I used is 1 inch and 1/16. I don't know if you can see it, 1/16. They both work. Now this one you might be like, oh, is that for the outside? Well, this is a little bit too big for mine apparently. So I used this bottom end. This is Harbor Freight Pittsburgh Impact. This fits exactly like this small one. Like they're the same diameter almost. But this one, since it has that lip and that has that lip as well, so when I hit it, it would go down to the point where it doesn't, want to go because of the block. So I finished it with this one, and now it's on there. I did put the silicone around it, a good enough amount, and I painted it with the high heat, Rust-Oleum high heat. Oh man, where's my little light, flashlight, pocket one? Hold up, be patient with me. That one right there. My dad had laying around here, so I used that. That chisel and the smaller chisel like this one, that flat blade, and bronze hammer, right? So the starter bolts, I forgot to say, if you don't know, they're 14s. Do not use a 15, use a 14. My luck with them is 14. Other than that, I did not disconnect the wires in the back. I managed to get that other one out, and they're right here together. They're ready to go. So put all that back together, and then we move on to a coolant flush. For now, like just put it in and run it for a few days and stuff. Fully get it out, because oh my god, look right there. That's evidence. That's what came out of that hole. Was junk looking. It looked like shit, literally. So get this all cleaned up and then put it all back together, and then do the coolant next. Drain the radiator up there, the lower hose at least. I think this one might be without the petcock. I'm not sure, but either which way, I don't want to mess with it. So little radiator hose it is. So yeah, I got that one done. That's it. Now hopefully not the other ones come out. But anyways, that's the only one that's been leaking, and that's the only spot where I see that like brownish, like rusty-ish color around the whole oil pan. So I'm good for now. Hopefully we get it done today. Oh, it's gonna get done. So I'm gonna get back to it. Okay, so I just want to show you exactly the after. Like, the water was over there, but this is what the stuff that came out last. And this bucket before I put it under was very clean. So I know either my father or my mother is gonna be mad. Me van a dar el chanclazo. The sandal, the broom, el twig. Man, that's alright. I'll clean it up anyways. But get down here somewhere to drain the radiator and all that. That's an 8. If I get it to focus, maybe not. But yeah, right down there, that clamp, that's an 8. So hopefully get that loose and pull it off, and everything comes out in this area. Hopefully I'll drain the other bucket, so in case wherever it lands, there we go, it all focused now. Wherever it lands, just catch as much as I can, because yeah, I mean, looks like it wants rain, so hopefully all this washes away. It's mostly water, just with the smell of coolant. So people be like, oh, no environmental shit. You know what? Fuck them. Anyways, it's gonna be here. It's on top of concrete. It won't even saturate. So I'm gonna just get all that done, drain it out, and put that flush in, and the water, and both waters, other words, but get that done right now. So let me get back at it, and I'll record the process of elimination, I guess. No, the while running. So get back right. There she is running. I feel like it's the AC compressor. So all the other pulleys checked out except for the AC compressor. And the AC doesn't work, so I'm gonna try to see if the even compressor kicks on and off, you know, once I put some AC in it. But I topped off. I can't remember if I already pre-diluted it or not. That right there. But it was already open, and I think it was. But either way, I put distilled water in it too with that coolant flush. I'm about to head to Walmart, you know, driving it and everything, forcing back pour another bottle of that cleaner within the radiator, and then buy a full concentrate antifreeze and put however much I need in that right there. So there's plenty of water, but it just needs more antifreeze to mix it out within the engine while it's running and it's all hot and stuff. So right now I'm about to go to my other truck and get the tire on the driver rear, because the valve stem is leaking out. So take that off, put it on the back of the truck. So I'll go to Walmart. So anyway, I got warranty on it, so let them fix that while I still mess with the coolant and stuff, and just have it running and buy whatever else I need to buy. Other than that, she's running good. And the temperature, when you do this type of jobs, especially anything with the cooling system, if the engine, for instance, you pull out an engine and you have no water in it, that temperature gauge will read all the way, you know, past 210, but not more than that. It's like right in the middle, in that area, right about in that area. And just keep an eye on it. And then until that thermostat opens up, the water from the radiator would go down, and that's where you add the water or the coolant, whatever you're adding, and to just top it off enough where you're comfortable driving, and plus it's not going up anyway. So and there's some in the reservoir as we speak. So like I said, just, and then once you drive it, park it and let it cool off, and then after that recheck it and add more, whatever you got to do. But that's the way I do it. So right now I'm gonna get that other tire on this truck and we're gonna go drive it, and we're gonna get that tire fixed. And those tires are gonna be for this truck. And sure, these tires, I mean, they're good and all, but they're mismatched. And where is the DOT numbers on this thing? Let's see. It should be right here. That means this is the back side. It means that these tires had white letters at some point, like over there. So I don't know what year these were made, but they've been there for a while. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, that's all. I'm gonna do that. Change the tires from my other truck onto this truck, so it's gonna look pretty good. Look a little bit nice. So I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna be at Walmart. So I catch you at Walmart, I guess. Not Walmart, and I bought the cleaner and the coolant, add it to the reservoir, and then drive it for a few days. Next video will be the review on the tires on this truck. So this would be the end for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content coming in the future. Thanks.